So Prime Minister Mark Carney is making headlines for some not so diplomatic language. Carney was telling an anecdote about being on a deadline and dealing with a long-winded person during his time as a central banker. So take a look.
He goes through the wines. He describes all the wines, tick, tick, tick. And he's like, well, have this one, but the Pinot Grigio. And I'm like, and then he finishes it and he says, okay, listen, we have an hour.
So what do we think of him or any leaders swearing in public?
What do you guys think? You guys are clapping, and you know what? I'm clapping along with you. I think if this was in the BT times, which is before Trump, I would probably be wagging my finger going, this is not proper behavior for a politician, for the leader of a country. This is disgusting. But now what's going on down south with the behavior from their leader, I feel like I put myself in Carney's shoes. If I had to deal with this person on a regular basis and think about my country and putting us first and having to renegotiate and dealing with somebody who's constantly changing the rules and changing his mind all the time, I'm going to drop an F-bomb every once in a while. So I feel like I'm not giving him a hard time with the political climate that we're in. And I don't know if you guys remember, during the campaign where Kamala was going up against Trump, she was like the model politician. She's also a very accomplished woman. And then afterwards, when she was on her book tour, she really relaxed and started dropping all kinds of heavy language. And I already liked her, but I liked her a little bit more. And I don't know what it is about dirty language from smart people who are just fed up, where I'm like, that's right, now we're listening.
I think they know how to use it.
Yes.
They know how to use it.
I think swearing is like punctuation.
Yeah.
You have to know the right time and the right place to use it, or risk looking like a dum-dum. Okay? I don't have a problem in this context, but if Carney all of a sudden was at every podium dropping an F-bomb, I might have a different take on it. What I would actually say with Trump is that because he has completely blown up public discourse and any kind of propriety that we expect in our leaders, what I don't want to happen is that everybody sinks to the bottom with him. I think that ever since Davos and our Prime Minister's speech that really did something to the world, he kind of has an image to kind of uphold, and he's the adult in the room. And listen, I love to swear so much. But I know when and how to do it, and I wouldn't do it on this show. First of all, we're not allowed.
Fair.
That's too bad. If we started streaming late at night, there's a different Melissa you're going to get. But I think what I want from him is to continue to be the adult in the room.
But
So I don't
equate
mind
necessarily swearing with being childish, because I think it can be truly effective as part of language when used in a really wise way. And I think he is smart enough to use it in a really wise way. And it can really, get an audience fired up and really punctuate a point.
It did punctuate that story. And I think what it is in an interesting way, remember when he first started out, and we were hearing, even before he became prime minister, we were like, I think that guy's a bit boring. But now,
I think we said that on this
we
show.
did.
We
So I
did.
feel like this was actually a very intentional kind of mode that he's popped into, where he's like, to me, it's like, oh, I see your humanity. I see that you're an interesting guy. I see that you have experiences. This story got better as a result of that. Again, he's not doing it at a State of the Union sort of address.
Although that would make for a good State of the Union address, wouldn't it?
Times where
we should get one.
I would watch the whole thing.